Hello, everybody. What is going on? It is your boy Marcus, the Low Vision Snap Player, and welcome back to another video. For this video, I'm going to be doing another tier list card ranking video. So, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on those notifications so that you know when I upload. And also, if you're wondering what exactly is happening or what I'm gonna be doing, as I just mentioned, basically I'm going to be ranking all of the cards that I have collected in Marvel Snap throughout the season. So this one is going to be the Dark Avengers tier list. So yeah, I don't have a lot compared to the other ones that I've done. I think it's only like 13. But anyways, as for the tiers, on the bottom you have terrible, which as it implies, it's terrible. Then in yellow you have average, which, you know, it's like I don't love it, but I also don't hate it either. You have great, which means it's a great card, but it's not quite amazing. And then amazing is like the top tier, the best of the best. So now that I've kind of explained it all, let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, normally when I do these, I like to start with the first card that I collected, the first like free Series 3 card that I collected. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, basically at the beginning of each season, if you don't have a lot of Series 3 cards, you can get one for free, which is kind of cool. Now, the thing is, I managed to finish the entire collection. I have every single Series 3 card now, so that means I can no longer rely on this to determine, or I can't rely on that feature anymore to kind of have the start of my tier list. But anyway, let's talk about the first card that I got, Kitty Pryde, who is a 1-cost, 1-power card. And her ability says, when this returns to your hand, +1 power returns at the start of each turn. Which I guess it's I made a deck for this specific card, and she's okay at best. I mean, you could pair it with like Falcon and stuff like that and give her like a little bit extra power, but yeah, other than that, I think Kitty Pryde is going to go into kind of average. Maybe some players might not agree. There might be some people who might not agree, but if so, comment down below where you think Kitty Pryde should be. But we're gonna go ahead and add Kitty Pryde to the average section. Next up, right after Kitty Pryde, we have Green Goblin. And I'm gonna say this right now, I don't think y'all should really use this card, because here's the thing. You're going to be getting Hobgoblin, who costs 5 energy and has -8. And this card basically has the same ability. It just switches sides. So yeah, honestly, y'all, you're pretty much set. Now, maybe if you don't want to do as much damage, but you still at least want to hurt your opponents a little bit, I guess this one would work. But otherwise, no, this one's a pass. It's not terrible, but it's just one that I wouldn't necessarily use in any of my decks. There's just no reason for it when you already have Hobgoblin. So once again, Green Goblin is going to be joining Kitty Pryde in the average tier. Right after Green Goblin, we have Atuma. Now, I've actually had a chance to play with this card a few times in a few other different matches, and I think I might have seen this dude in that free Series 3 slot, but I think I ended up passing on him. And pretty good. It's a pretty good card for like destroy decks, or I put this one in another deck featuring two cards that I got from Spotlight. I'm gonna mention those in a moment, but he works pretty good. A 4-cost 10-power card, and his ability says after each turn, destroy one of your cards here with less powers. So if you have something like an X-23 or a Nova, he can just destroy those like that. Or if you just wanna play him for like his 410, you can just play armor and then he won't destroy the other cards, something like that. So Atuma, I don't think he's average, but I don't think he's amazing per se. So I think Atuma is for sure going into great. So there's Atuma. After Atuma, we have one of the cards that you could get from the Spotlight catches from last season. That is Moonstone, and man, this card has definitely helped me win a lot of matches. I managed to get up to 38, which I think is like the high, or 39. It was one of the two. But this card definitely helped me go far. So it's a 4-cost 6-power card, and Moonstone's ability is ongoing, has the ongoing effects of your 1, 2, and 3 cost cards here. So basically that's like if you have cards like Patriot, who else? Captain America, Ant-Man, maybe some other ones. This is a good card to have. In fact, I have Moonstone in a deck with those 3 cards that I just mentioned. And yeah, Moonstone is definitely a powerhouse when it comes to ongoing cards. So, you know what? I think Moonstone is most definitely an amazing card. Now, one thing I did forget to mention is that I'm mostly ranking these cards based off of experience and just like my overall thoughts on the card. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. Next up, we have Howard the Duck, who is a 1 energy and 2 power card. And Howard the Duck's ability says, ongoing, tap this to see the top card of your deck. So basically, when you tap on Howard the Duck, he'll show you the card that'll show up next in your hand. And this can be really helpful if you have like a really big strategy that you're trying to pull off and you're like, man, I really hope I get this card. Howard the Duck will kind of help you out with that. Now, is he my favorite card? Is he an amazing card? Not necessarily. I don't think he's absolutely amazing, but he's definitely a helpful card at that. So I think Howard the Duck is going to go alongside Atuma in the great tier. So yeah. Oh yeah, here's some of the other tier lists that I put together. There's my Marvel Snap tier list. That's the first one I did. Which, by the way, if you guys haven't seen the other ones, definitely go check them out. So that's Howard the Duck. Giganto. Yes, Giganto. Giganto, I haven't used him yet. I haven't used this card yet, but I don't know, man. I I just don't know where to play it necessarily. So Giganto is a 6 cost, 14 power, which is pretty big. But it says you can only play this at the left location, which I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about it. I just think at the left, because the thing with Marvel Snap Yo is that the locations will all have unique abilities, and some locations could potentially destroy a card or remove its abilities. And yeah, I really don't know how to feel about Giganto. So, man, I think... Oh, that's the next one. I don't know, y'all. I think... Is he terrible? It's hard to say. I don't think he's terrible because I haven't used him yet, but I just think when it comes to his ability, yeah, it's not great. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna put Giganto. I think he's gonna go. I think Giganto's going to average, at least for right now, because he can only be played in one spot. So unless you disable this ability or something, I don't know. It seems kind of pointless to only have him being played at the left location. So he's going in average. After Giganto, we have Goose, who is a 2 cost, 2 power card. And his effect says ongoing. Nobody can play cards that cost 4, 5, and 6 here. So when I built a deck for this card. I tried making a deck from scratch for Goose. And what I ended up doing is I just added a bunch of like 1s, 2s, and 3s to that. And I think I added like maybe 1 for cost card. I don't know. I ended up getting rid of it, but I don't know, man. I'm not... Because I thought that Goose wouldn't just let you play 4, 5, and 6 cards in general. But I guess now it was just for one location, which I guess I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I played the deck once and I just wasn't a fan. So now is he a terrible card though? That's the thing. Here's a sneak peek. Is Goose a terrible card? You know what? Yeah, actually, not that I've at least gotten a chance to play with Goose. I just can't think of any other ways to incorporate this card, and with his ability. I mean, listen, if your opponent is playing some cards like a war machine or something, then I could see this definitely being helpful. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know, man. I think this might have to be the first card that's terrible. I don't know. 2/2, that's a very average. That's kind of average, but his ability, yeah, I think it's just not. It's just kind of limited, and I don't think Goose is all that good. So, unfortunately, Goose is the first card to be in the terrible tier. But we still got some other ones. Next up, another Series 3 card, Destroyer, who is a 6 cost, 16 power card. So a little bit more than Giganto. But his ability says, on reveal, destroy your cards at other locations. So when you play this, he'll destroy any other cards. I think I've played him maybe once or twice, and he's okay. I feel like there are a whole bunch of other cards that are much more effective. Like Death, I'd say, is like one of the best ones that I have that can take advantage of the destroy effect. But yeah, I think for me, Destroyer is kind of average. Destroyer is kind of average there. So the fourth average card. Now we have these last three. They're all cards that I got from the Spotlight Catch. First one is Misery, which was from, I think it was We Are Venom, right? It came out during the We Are Venom season. And it says, on reveal, repeat the on reveal abilities of your other cards here, then destroy them. So basically, if you have, like, let's say, okay, so let's say you have like a hazmat on the board and you want to trigger, or Scorpion. Maybe you want to try to deal some damage to your opponent's hand. You played Scorpion down. Then you can play Misery, and she'll basically just repeat Scorpion's ability and then just get rid of him. So that's how that card works. From my experience, I think it was actually kind of fun. Power-wise, it's pretty solid. 8 power. Abilities also kind of fun too. So I think Misery is actually going to be in the great tier. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's an amazing card, but I think for what it is, I think. Oops. Did I forget to put an image? Yes, I did. For what it is, really, really good card. So, boom, there we go. Next, Jeff the Shark. So, this dude is a 2-cost, 3-power card, and it says you can move this once. Nothing can stop you from moving or playing this to any location. I don't know. This card's kind of mid. I mean, it's kind of like Nightcrawler mixed with War Machine a little bit, but I don't know. He's fine for a 2-cost. I guess it gets the job done, but I don't know. He's not my favorite. So, man, average is definitely getting full here. And we got, I think we have a few more other cards to show off, right? Yes, 2 more. So we're actually flying through this pretty good. After Jeff, we have one of the, I think it was like the last Spotlight Catch of last season, and that is Ares, who is a 4-cost, 6-power card, whose ability says, on reveal, compare the power of the top 3 cards of both decks. If your total is higher, plus 6 power. So, there's a lot going on with this card. Basically, the way it works is he'll take all the cards that he'll compare the cards of your deck and then your opponent's, the top 3. And whoever ends up having, and if yours is higher, if your number is higher than your opponent's, then he'll get plus 6 power. Otherwise, if not, he doesn't get anything. Now, ability-wise, I think it's kind of, it's definitely an interesting ability. Does it hit all the time? No. I put him in a deck that has a deck that has a whole bunch of high number cards, hoping that I would at least take the lead, but sometimes it doesn't end up. Sorry guys, I had to yawn there, but it doesn't end up going my way. But otherwise, I think for it being Ares being a spotlight card, he's actually pretty fun. Is he amazing though? That's really tough. So far, Moonstone's like the only one that I actually think is pretty amazing. I don't believe that Ares is terrible, and I also don't believe he's average. Well, I think Ares is gonna have to go right here. Oops. Wrong feature. So go, where is Ares? Boom. There we go. And now we have the final card in the collection. That is Symbiote Spider-Man, which I got this dude from the token shop. I ended up having like 7,000 tokens, which was insane. So I used them to get this card. Now, Symbiote Spider-Man was actually featured in the season pass from the Amazing Spider season. So you could unlock this dude if you paid $10, but luckily I didn't do that, and I ended up waiting a bit, and sure enough, now Symbiote Spider-Man is kind of like Misery, but he has slightly more power, and he doesn't necessarily destroy. So he's a 4-cost 7-power card, and his ability says activate. So this is actually the first card that introduced the activate ability. So there's a couple of other cards that have it. So like Hell Cow has it. I think Black Swan. There might be a few others that I might be missing. Oh, Aranya. That's a good one. That one also has the activate ability. But Symbiote Spider-Man was the first card to actually have this, and his ability says activate. Merge your lowest cost card here with this. Copy its text like it just did. So what that means is when you play Symbiote Spider-Man, you won't get to use his ability right away, but on the next turn you can choose to activate it. And if he's right next to, like, okay, so let's say maybe you're pairing him with like an Ironheart, right? And you wanna, or like a Hawkeye, right? So you play Hawkeye, and then you play Symbiote Spider-Man. You can activate Symbiote Spider-Man's ability, and he'll merge with Hawkeye, and he'll trigger that effect again. Pretty cool. Is he better than Misery, though? And is he also just as good as Moonstone? Because Misery's a 4-8. Symbiote Spider-Man's a 4-7. But as far as like which ability, I mean, Misery's ability was cool, right? Because it would destroy, but I don't know. I kind of like Symbiote Spider-Man's ability even a little bit better, just because you can choose when to use it, and also it's like you won't sacrifice any cards in the process. So You know what? I think I might. You know what? I want to put the Symbiote Spider-Man right next to Moonstone. Yeah, he might be one power less, but at least... Because I really can't see him... And I really don't want to put him, like, in great or average, because I don't think he's either. I think he's actually pretty solid. So Symbiote Spider-Man is going to be the second card to hit the amazing tier. So there you have it, y'all. That is every single card that I've collected throughout the season. So to give you another recap, so in amazing, we have Moonstone and Symbiote Spider-Man. In great, we have Atuma, Howard the Duck, Misery, and Ares. For average, we have Kitty Pryde, Hobgoblin or Green Goblin, Giganto, Destroyer, and Jeff. And then the only terrible card is Goose. So there y'all have it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget that you know when I upload the next video. And definitely stay tuned, because next episode I will definitely be playing some matches using not all these cards, but at least at least ones like Misery and the Symbiote Spider-Man, all that, to kind of start off the new season right. And yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you guys next time. Peace.